it's a real nerve-wracking experience. So you got somebody that's never performed in front of people before. They always perform on their phone.
Tyler, you just landed. You got on Wildin' Out. What season?
Season 12. The first season here in Atlanta at Center Stage. I hit him up to be a writer for it. You know, just kind of reaching out. And then the first day that I got to the workshop, Nick walked over, me and Clayton English, you know, another friend of the program. We were both writers on the show, and Nick was like, "Hey man, I want y'all to be on the show, so make sure that you're practicing the games." Like, this is the first time I even met.
So you and Clayton were supposed to just be writers?
To our knowledge, when we got there, yeah. But he was like, you know, I want y'all to be on the show. He knew about us and all that stuff. So from then, just been hitting it up. Season 12, 13, and 14.
Do you know why they picked Atlanta to be like the place to shoot the last one?
At first I didn't, but now it just looks like, you know, Nick Cannon's about taking over the world, bro. So I think he wanted to say, well, he knows in the South, especially Atlanta, is going to be probably the hypest type of crowd and a different crowd. And when you actually end up watching the shows, you can see the difference in how the crowds are compared to the ones that was in New York and LA and stuff like that. It's a huge difference, much more energy. But I think he did it to kind of like, you know, get different regions. Next season should be in Los Angeles, and then I believe the seasons after that is going to be in Las Vegas. You know what I mean? So it's going to be moving around.
I would imagine like Atlanta, not only the crowd element, but the talent.
There's so much Atlanta talent, bro. It's hard to even, like, Atlanta needs its own Wildin' Out. Like 8 members on each side, all from Atlanta, and it could be a whole show. Because the people that kill on that show started here. Started here. I'm talking about Emmanuel, Carlos, DC, B. Simone, Top Notch, me, Moat Williams, like me one more time, you know what I'm saying? Writer, yeah,
now,
member. But yeah.
I bring this up too because if people, I don't know if some people are gonna be familiar with you, Ronnie. You know, you're a veteran, you know, in this game. You've been holding it down for a minute. Is there a reason why we didn't see you on Wildin' Out?
I've been turning up for a long time. Been smoking gas for a long time. Nick told me to get it. I don't know. Nigga, I tried the games and I wasn't good at it. How about that shit? I was like, you gotta rap, be funny, and the lights. I was a writer on there. I was a consultant on there, and it was like, okay, this shit is hard. You got these niggas are unicorns. 85 South is like 3 unicorns that got together to have a unicorn party on Jupiter. Like, fucking don't try it, dog. It's like, you have to be triple talented to be on Wildin' Out. Everybody who put me on Wildin' Out, you're not good enough, fam. Like, every time we do a school and we do a live show, I do the live shows and stuff, but I've tried it. I can do it, but like when the words and the beat come on and the lights, not a rapper. I was like rapping for 7 days because I had to write raps. I was like, ugh.
So you actually like tried out for the...
Well, we had the consultants would play the games too, and I was like, oh, I'm not good at this. Yeah, got it.
Even if you are good at it, you know, you still have to practice at it, and it takes some time. Like even DC even will tell you, you know, even though he's one of the best on the show, probably the best on the show, when he first got there, he was trying to find himself and where to get in and how to do it, because mostly everybody, if you're an entertainer or stand-up, you do stuff by yourself. Now you have to end up being a teammate and learn how to get in, get your joke in quick, and also learn how to take a joke, be roasted on national TV, and not make it awkward.
So it's definitely harder than what people might think.
It's a million times.
I had to adjust.
Because at home, it kind of looks like happy-go-lucky. You don't think about the technicalities behind it.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people that now, like, you know, your DCs, your Carlos, your Chico Beans, your Emmanuels, and some others that now it's just a natural thing to them. You know, they've been playing the games for so long. It's just like, you know, when you're in the NBA for a while, you're a lot better than how the rookies are. You know what I mean? But the rookies really have, like, try to study and figure out what they want to say. You know, it's improv. You know all the games that's on Wildin' Out. You know what I'm saying? But you still got to have something to say. So it's still an improv type of situation. So your mind is going. It's really mentally taxing.
Was there a certain point that you thought like you weren't gonna last that long, or did you ever have like any doubt in that process?
Oh no, I'm a beast. Yeah, I don't fuck around. I don't fuck around with nothing. Yeah, I can't doubt me.
Yo, and just to go back to that writer conversation that we had earlier, just being around the set of Wildin' Out, I know that Tyler writes, and I've seen him literally tell one of the contestants word for word, like, this is what I want you to go up here and say.
Yes.
Like, this is what you gonna say. This is what he gonna say. This is what you gonna say. This is what he gonna say. And then they get up there and they say something completely different, or they just deliver it completely wrong, and it doesn't hit. And it goes back to that delivery versus writing. Like, that the writing is important, but if you can't take what's written and in front of those lights and in front of all those people, deliver it timely, then what's written doesn't even matter.
I do want to say something for you to think about. So you have singers and a lot of reality stars that are like probably the biggest thing now, but it still is hard to deliver a joke like we were talking about. So if you give somebody that has a good personality, but they don't know how to deliver a joke, like you said, when the crowd is there, the lights are on you, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? But then sometimes you might get surprised by somebody like Denzel Curry, rapper from out of Florida. Fucking hilarious, bro. Hilarious.
Did he know he was funny before he did?
I mean, he was like me and my homeboys roast. You know what I'm saying? He was like a little nervous, but he was like, you know, we roast. He was kind of being humble, it seemed like, about it. Then he went out there and killed the shit. So you just never know what type of person it takes to be out there. And even if you like some of your funniest and your favorite Instagram people, you know what I mean? They can't do the shit. It just can't do it.
Hey, to be in that boot camp when they do the what is it called, the boot camp workshop? Woo! You get your power stripped the first day. I thought I was funny when I walked in. I was like, yeah, I'm really ain't good at this.
So y'all seen big Instagram people come through and get like quickly humbled?
I've seen them get humble and then turn around and be great. I've seen them break all the way down crying. I can't do this shit. And then the thing is, they build them back up. They strip you down. Even me, like dog, I promise you, I watch Wild Out a little bit because my friends is on. I'm like, oh, Carlos doing good. Next, I'm grown. Like, I don't really watch it for real. So I wasn't familiar with a lot of the games, and I was learning that shit right then. And I was like, I can do this. And then I was like, ooh, but like practicing it, like a lot of those stars come on there, they're fans of the show. Like, what's that girl, Cody Shane? She loved Wild Out. Like, they was ready. Like, a lot of these people are fans of this show, but like I've seen them get their power stripped down.
Like, literally cry?
Like, cry, for real.
What were they crying about?
Because it wasn't ripping. Like, they were like light or weak. Like, now I will tell you weak to your face.
Now Evans is the showrunner, producer, creator of a bunch of different shit, man, and he started Wildin' Out. He runs the workshops, and, you know, it's like a coach in training camp. It's like Hard Knocks. Like, people are actually getting sent home. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a real nerve-wracking experience. So you got somebody that's never performed in front of people before. They always perform on their phone. So he'll get on you, you know what I'm saying?
So this is like the first time that they're getting like rejection to their face.
Boom, because it's not the comments with the laughy faces on everything.
That's deep. That's real deep.
It's their first time. So he goes at him, which he should, but like you say, he breaks them down to let them know, like, you got to work at this shit. It ain't about you. I'm not disrespecting you, but you have to work at this to be good at it. Even the motherfuckers that's naturally funny still work at it. Like, Chico will be walking back and forth going over what the fuck he wants to say in his head. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not a game. It's not easy at all. Yeah.